Alright guys, so today I'm going to prepare a extremely simple Hungarian chicken stew. Ingredients are going to be paprika, hot paprika, onions, garlic. Believe it or not, I forgot to buy tomatoes, so I'm going to use tin tomatoes, just as good. I've got this lard. So what this is, basically smoked belly fat. Oh, smells amazing. Wow. So that's gonna be the fat for the base. I've got this beautiful French free-range chicken, and that's about it. And I'm going to serve it with galuska, or if you like, nokedli. Our Hungarian version of the German Spätzle. Basically flour, egg, bit of water, and then I'm going to press it through this. So basically it's noodles, goes really well with the stew. So to start with, I'm going to start with the rendering of the fat. Don't need too much of this. I've just got this from the Hungarian shop in Twickenham. This will be enough. The rest I'm going to use at work because I want to do some Hungarian chicken paprika. So what I'm going to do is just slice it into small cubes and render the fat out on a low heat. Maybe 3 to start with. Just going to cube it up. Okay, so I'm just going to let this to render out on a very low heat. Now I'm gonna crack on with the chicken. Originally I was going to make a very fancy version of this basic dish, but I realized that I don't have any butcher string, or I don't know where I've put it, more likely. So I'm just going to make a basic stew, and then on another occasion I'm going to make the fancy version I was going to do today. So what I'm gonna do now is just take the chicken apart. I'm going to use the breast and the legs and the wings, and I'm going to keep the bones for another occasion. I'm going to freeze it and I'm going to make a soup out of it. For now I'm just going to use the breast and the legs. Oh wow, such a big difference. So as I said, this is a French free-range chicken, and the structure of the chicken is so much different than the mass-produced chicken that you can get from the supermarket. The bones are much stronger, for sure. You can see that the color of the skin is much different as well. So whenever you do, if you take chicken apart, is very easy. All you have to do is just find the joints and not to cut through the joints, so you don't get any fragments of bones. Oh, you can see that this. You can see that this is a free-range chicken. The breast is not extremely huge, like you would get in a not artificial, but overfed chicken, to say. And I hope that the flavor is going to be there as well. I mean, it should be. Also, what I could do is to use the bones to make a nice stock to use in the stew, but I prefer to keep the bones for to make another dish out of, or to make another meal. You don't actually need a knife for this, but you can just separate the meat from the bones quite easy really. Okay, so this I'm going to keep for a soup for future use. Again, just pop the bone out of the socket. The same here. Just like that. You don't have to cut through it, so you don't end up with bone fragments, as I said. So I'm just going to separate the drumstick from the thigh. Really simple. Just going to get rid of this silver skin. That's it. And I'm going to cut the breast into 2 pieces as well. All right. All right. So I'm going to finely chop the onions. Not super fine, but reasonably fine. All right. So I'm just going to cook these off. Then I'm going to increase the heat. Okay, so these are nearly there. You can see how this basically bacon is changing color. Lard, if you like. Okay, I'm just going to remove this for now. I'm going to re-add them later on. And I'm just going to fry the chicken in the fat first. Alright, so that was a good idea. Now I can add my onions. That's a lot of oil. And I can re-add the bacon as well. Wow. Get rid of these. Okay, that's all the paprika that goes in. Then I can increase the heat to medium high and cook this off. And I can tell you that the smell is amazing already. It's like being in Hungary. Wow. And of course, don't forget about the garlic. Alright, garlic goes in as well. So this is our base for the stew. I'm going to cook this off, and then I'm going to add the seasoning and the chicken, and then do the garnish, and that's about it. Alright, so normally I would use fresh tomatoes, but as I said, I forgot to buy, and I had some tin tomatoes at home which I'm going to use. You don't need too much tomato, but you still need some. Should I use the whole tin? Yeah, why not? Just going to chop it up. And add it. Yeah. Okay guys, so at this point I'm going to add seasoning. So I'm going to use ground caraway seeds, and marjoram, very important. Oh, love the smell of marjoram. And of course sweet paprika, and I'm quite generous with paprika and everything, to be honest. Okay. Now, if you think this is a traditional Hungarian stew, it's far from it. I'm using way too much onions and everything. So the base normally for this amount of chicken would be like maybe 20% of this. But I like my stew very thick. So I'm just going to add the chicken. Okay, just like that. Add more seasoning. I'm going to add black pepper. And salt. Okay, I'm just going to add some water to this and let it cook for about half an hour. Okay, just cover it. And just going to add the lid. And forget about it. Next is going to be the garnish, which for I have some plain flour. I'm going to use 200 grams. That's it. 200 grams. I'm going to add 2 eggs to this, which is quite a lot. You can get away with less. Okay, 1 and 2 eggs. Again, pinch of salt. And all I have to do is just mix everything together with a bit of water. And you don't want this mix to be too runny. Just add some water. Looks good already. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more water. And that's about it. That's all the prep you have to do for this side dish. It's very easy to make, very satisfying. Alright, this is done. I can tidy up. Okay, let's just see if I need to adjust the seasoning. Definitely more caraway and more marjoram. And a bit more paprika as well. That's it. Awesome. Alright guys, so let's check on the stew. And the stew is looking awesome. I'm pretty sure that the chicken is cooked already, so I can crack on with the side dish. I'm going to lower the heat, keep it on very low heat. Okay. Now, what should I do? I should transfer these. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to transfer this dish. And this stew. Yeah, it's a low heat. And this I'm going to turn up. I want it to be boiling. And remember, this is the mix I've just made with eggs, flour, salt and water. And this is ready to go. Okay guys, I'm going to add the mixture and pass it through. Very simple. You don't want to add too much of this at the same time. And just pass it through. Very simple. Doesn't need too much cooking. Once they come to the surface, they are done, pretty much. All right, so as you can see, all the noodles came to the top of the water. That means that they are cooked pretty much. All right. Okay, I'm going to serve the stew with these pickled bell peppers. These are very popular in Hungary. I personally love them. These are amazing. Okay, so time to plate up. Okay guys, smell is absolutely amazing. I'm going to go for a drumstick and some breast, and of course plenty of the sauce or gravy if you like. Oh wow, such a simple dish, yet amazing at the same time. Okay guys, so today I present to you Hungarian chicken stew served with nokedli, or if you like galuska, or if you like spetzel. Okay, so very simple dish. It is very similar to a curry without all the curry flavoring. Remember, I just used paprika, marjoram and caraway seeds, and we're gonna enjoy this dish with these pickled peppers, which are amazing. Guys, I hope that you learned something today, and I hope that you enjoy the content, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.